Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome into this, another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Brett Pritchard. We'll be with you for the next hour.
Weren't we just here?
I think we were. Seemed like it.
That's okay. Yeah. We did change clothes.
That's right. The sun came up. It's a little
that's
warmer
right.
now.
That's right.
We did change clothes. Yeah, we did the show. We did Sports Blitz last night. Did quite a few shows over the last few years.
Yeah.
And we'll do a few more.
That's right.
We appreciate all of you out there joining us on this lovely Wednesday afternoon. A lot to talk about. It is Wednesday. We'll do a little quoting Gus Malzahn, as we often do. He had his press conference talking about the Georgia Bulldogs yesterday. Auburn gets a win over South Alabama on the road in Mobile last night as Bruce Pearl's team moves to 3-0, number 22 in the country. Got out of there with the skin of their teeth. A 70-69 victory.
As we were signing off yesterday.
Game-winning shot with about 1.2 seconds to play, if I'm not mistaken. So a thrilling win, but hey, any wins is a good win. And if you need any more evidence of that, number one Kentucky goes down to Evansville.
Glad we weren't playing
night,
Evansville
at home. So anybody can be beaten at any time in basketball, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say Auburn's not going to go undefeated. So, you need as many wins as you can get. You want to make the NCAA tournament.
Well,
this is how you do it.
Last night was a good test. You credit South Alabama for what they were able to do in the game, going on a 17-3 run, I believe it was, right there toward the end. It's a stat I wanted to kind of read off here. Last night I tried to look for one and never could find it again. I'll do a better job, hopefully, here of doing that. But I believe, if I read this right, South Alabama's the only team in the country to return 5 guys who averaged 14 points per game last year.
Wow.
How about that?
That's a good stat.
So, and I heard this on SportsCenter last night, that South Alabama team is going to make noise this year. And so this was one of those traps. You kind of go in there, and the South Alabama coach is like, well, we know who we got coming in here. We just hope we can stay in there. They knew who they had. Who was that? They are who we thought they were.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we went into a very raucous environment. The place was packed. Just a good test. Anytime you go on the road in college basketball to any type of decent program, you're going to be challenged. And obviously there were several key returning starters on that team for South Alabama. It's going to help them win a lot of games this year. So they almost pulled off a massive win for their program. They weren't able to do it, but Auburn fights through it. You can't say enough about Isaac Okoro right now. He is a star in the making in our eyes. We're watching him develop each and every time he goes on the floor. Samir Dowdy gets 3 rebounds right there to give him a shot right there at the end. So Samir hustling. The mystery of Austin Wiley continues with his massive contribution of 2 points last night. So
only played 10 minutes.
Yeah, just
Babatunde. And fouled out. Only played 10 minutes and fouled out.
Just not playing really good basketball. And again, that was a team that obviously caused him a lot of problems. He got in foul trouble, as you said, and fouled out. Some comments coming in. Scott said it sounded like a loud and rowdy crowd last night in Mobile. It was good for the team to face that early. Patrick said we got cold the last 5 minutes of the game. Obviously, they went on that 17-3 run. Okoro is a one-and-done player. I think we're all, every time he goes on the floor, we're understanding that more and more. But Bruce Pearl was complimentary of him in a post-game press conference yesterday, saying, "Man, we had the best player on the court, and that's why we won the game."
15 points, 6 boards, 6 assists for Okoro, 2 blocks, 2 steals in 35 minutes.
I hate he's going to leave
early.
I hate he's going to leave early because I sure would love to have him and Sharif Cooper and some of these other guys coming in on the same team. But it just seems to be, we don't know how it's all going to end up, but he's definitely one of the top freshmen in the country right now.
He's a pretty special player, and just physically, he's so ready.
He is, man. His arms.
Yeah, like I say, he's got running back legs.
He does.
That's what he looks like, but he's 6'6".
He's 6'6", man.
But yeah, he's going to be fun to watch this year. Watching his development too, and I don't think it's a guarantee that he's gone after 1 year, but because you never, like you said, you never know how these things go.
You don't.
We all thought that Austin Wiley was going to be one and done.
Yeah. But you're seeing early here. If he just gets better and builds off this, he's going to be a top. He'll be a top draft pick.
Yeah.
He's a game-changing kind of player, and he's already proven that. And I'm glad we got him because we need him on this team this year for sure.
No doubt about that. Auburn shoots the ball from 3 a little bit better in this game. They had been struggling from outside, especially against Davidson, but make 10 of 24, 41% from the 42% from three-point line.
They were at 50 when you and I talked during the show yesterday.
But free throws continue to be a bit of an issue. Shooting about 50% from the free throw line, that's terrible. It's not going to help when you get in, especially in conference season. So that needs to improve a little bit. It's interesting to see how this team is. Anthony McLemore comes back and has a really good game here. He's going to be a guy that Auburn's going to need to step up big time this season.
That'll happen for him from time to time. You'll get that kind of game, and then he'll go a couple games and have 4 points.
Where was D'Angelo Purifoy in this game? 2 points, 4 boards. I mean, I'm glad that he's hustling on the boards, but 2 points?
We can't have guys like him go missing.
You got to have your senior step up in that.
Well, you go down through there, it's just like any lineup, and you get this many points on average from each one of these players, and you can't have a guy like Purifoy. Now, see, McLemore picked him up, and they kind of traded spots there, but Purifoy is going to be a guy that's counted on to get 15, 18 points a game, and when he only puts 2 in, that's a problem. So,
was this a one and done type thing for Jamal Johnson? I mean, is this something we're going to see more of? He hits 4 threes in this game.
In 17 minutes.
In 17 minutes, he scored 14 points in 17 minutes. So he's a guy that obviously can get hot and shoot the ball well. That's going to. I remember Bruce Pearl talking about him, thinking about he's going to be a guy that can help us this year, especially shooting from the outside.
So. If we get more of that, that's going to be a massive help.
That would be huge if you get somebody from the outside like that. Purifoy and Wiley's success is going to determine how many wins we have this season. Purifoy and Wiley, Patrick says. I think that's.
Well, if that's the case, we're in trouble because Purifoy, I believe, he's going to have a lot of great nights. I'm not bought in that Wiley's going to have very many good nights. He could, but you're more apt to have something happen like that, I think, as you are him going out and scoring 20 points and getting 10, 12 rebounds. That's pitiful for a guy his size. 2 points and 1 board. Look, South Alabama at home is a good team, but, if you're anywhere an elite player, anywhere in the realm of an elite player, you go out there and roll out a 2.1 rebound effort and foul out after only 10 minutes, and that's pathetic. And so that's a go back and look in the mirror and kind of have a come to Jesus on who you are as a player. Really, it is. You got to be better than that, man, at this point in time in your career.
No doubt about it. Auburn will go and participate in the Legends Classic now, kind of a 4-game tournament, although 2 of games will be in Auburn, and then the other 2 will be in Brooklyn, New York. So Auburn, The 15th and the 18th, they'll take on Cal State University Northridge, California State University Northridge, the Matadors. The Matadors.
The little
Ole. That one at 6 o'clock in the Auburn Arena. And then on the 18th, it'll be Colgate visiting Auburn at 7 o'clock. Both of those.
Bring your tube of toothpaste and you can get in.
Well, how about that? No, that is not correct. Do not bring a tube of toothpaste.
Want everybody to show up with some toothpaste.
Those will both be on the SEC Network. And then
back in the day, you could probably show them up with some toothpaste and got in.
You probably
not anymore. So.
Yeah, not anymore. Auburn will play New Mexico in Brooklyn, New York. That one on the 25th, as we mentioned. That'll be on ESPN News at 8:30. And then, I guess depending on how the tournament works out.
It's better than ESPN Plus
that's
that
true.
Nobody has.
Richmond or Wisconsin. That's a pretty good. I mean, look,
either one, the Spiders or.
It's a pretty good. The Badgers.
The Badgers.
That one, on ESPN2 or ESPNU on the 26th. So, I mean, a little pre-Thanksgiving matchup for you.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. We'll see how those work out. So, Auburn, 3-0, number 22 in the country again.
Hey, man, just keep it rolling.
Absolutely.
Keep it rolling. Kentucky bites the dust to Evansville. Man, there has been so much talk about that in the last 24 hours. That was horrible.
One of the biggest upsets we've seen.
I mean, ever. Maybe ever.
Maybe ever.
I mean, they were a 25-point favorite in that game. Kentucky was. On their home. They just don't lose in rough much. And for them to come in there and kind of control the whole game. This wasn't no fluke, hit a 3 at the end and win. They kind of set the pace for the game.
Up against our first break here, but don't go anywhere. More to come on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Now available for the first time since 2005. Take to the road like you own the company or like you work for it.
With Employee Pricing Plus at the Black Friday sales event going on at Bice Motors. Save up to $7,435 on 2019 Jeep Renegade, Compass, and Grand Cherokee. Save up to $12,000 on 2019 Ram trucks in stock.
This Black Friday is going to be big.
Shop now during the Black Friday sales event at Bice Motors in Alex City.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
Hillman Towers is an affordable senior citizen community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East, where spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living, where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more about Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552, for your family at Hillman Towers. That's 256-329-0552.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. The road to Jordan-Hare continues this Friday on WOTM with live second round AHSAA playoff coverage featuring the Central Clay Volunteers traveling to Walker County to take on the Jasper Vikings. Stay with WOTM each Friday for live games every round of the playoffs and on to Jordan-Hare for exclusive TV coverage of the AHSAA Super 7, only on WOTM.
Alex City Marines, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, and the Yerkes invite you by to see what they have available today. The 2020 Manitous and Landaus are in, and boy, are they gorgeous. Also, some great deals on demos. Take advantage of that while they last. Alex City Marine also is doing shrink wrapping, storage. Get in line now. In fact, call this number, 256-215-FISH. Alex City Marine, Alex City.
The Prestige Selection at Gill's Auto Sales in Opelika has the largest selection of prestige cars, trucks, and SUVs in Central and East Alabama, all with financing available, little to no money down, and extended warranties. Get pre-qualified in under 2 minutes, online or from your mobile device at GillsPrestigeOnline.com. It's the Prestige Selection at Gill's Auto Sales, 1430 Gateway Drive in Opelika.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz on this Wednesday afternoon. Andy and Brett here with you.
A little warmer out there today.
A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Brutal.
Last night was brutal. Last night, just not going to say anything about it. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. We appreciate so much all of you out there. Brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center with 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply needs, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center. They got a little bit of everything there, and they can beat the big box store. Give them a try. You'll be glad you did. Also, Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. For all your mortgage needs, right now happens to be a very good time. It's a good time to be proactive. If you're in the mood to save a little money, you might want to give Mortgage Pro a call because they are saving people thousands of dollars each and every day.
I saw Eric yesterday when I got off work, and man, I'm telling you, it's ripping and roaring in there. I mean, people in and out and printing papers and everybody just all over everything. I mean, it's just busy. And talked to them for a while. They're doing really good over there. And man, they're proactive. If you're a client of theirs and they see there's something out there to help you, they'll call you. So, hey, man, that's how good of a business they have.
Yeah.
And then on Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores, man, I bought the shingles that's on my roof from there. I bought the lumber that was on the back of my new deck. I mean, they just beat everybody. I mean, and you don't take our word for it. Go try it yourself. So we're blessed to have two outstanding sponsors here on the Auburn Blitz. Hey, some breaking news. The tower is up and rolling in Auburn for 100.3. We're that much closer. As you tune into 100.3 right now in Auburn, you hear the Auburn fight song.
Fight song music.
All day long, over and over. So if you just want to get a dose of the Auburn fight song, you can float it. You can just flip your, I bet there'll be people down there Saturday at Auburn tailgating. Hey, let's just put 100.3 on and listen to the fight song over and over until their ears bleed, and then they'll change the station. But that's pretty cool, I thought.
Yeah.
On their part to do that. But we'll be up and rolling in Auburn on that signal here soon. So we're excited about that. Good to see that tower way up in the sky last night from that picture. Some
comments rolling through on Facebook.
That's right. Some comments coming through. We'll start back. And Patrick said Auburn's bench won the game. Braxton said definitely worth the $4.99 for the ESPN Plus. And so you and I had a conversation.
We're not advertising it, but hey.
No, we're not. Hey, but it's funny because I heard somebody on TV the other night say, by the time you get a Netflix subscription and a Disney Plus subscription and a ESPN Plus subscription and you subscribe to XM and you're going to end up paying about $70, $80 a month. Well, what was your Charter? What was your DirecTV? What was that subscription? Oh, so you were doing all this to save money. Now that they $10 and $15 you to death, you're right back up there where you were to begin with. You know all these companies are going to make their money. You can't beat the system. People think they can beat the system. They're not going to beat the system. Mo said after going to the buzzer with Auburn and Mississippi State, I think Richie Riley at USA will end up being one of the hot names in the coaching carousel.
If he doesn't hang himself with that tie.
What is he doing over there? Just don't wear a tie.
Yeah, that might
well,
be
that one was ruined from last night. He had to throw that one in the trash. Patrick said Georgia Southern. He asked, was Georgia Southern South Alabama in the same conference? The answer to that is yes, the Sun Belt conference. Isn't it the Sun Belt?
I think so.
Is it the Sun Belt? G says Sun Belt down here. See that? Patrick said Auburn is the Sun Belt champs. They beat Troy, USA, and Georgia Southern.
Hey,
whatever.
Who's better than us?
Hey, good to know you're top of some conference, right?
That's right. Well, right now, Auburn ahead atop the SEC standings.
How about that?
Undefeated.
After
Kentucky
nail-biter loss to Evansville last night for Kentucky.
So that's a good thing.
That got to be one of the worst losses in John Calipari's coaching career. I mean, I know we're in November, nobody cares. At the end of the year, nobody's going to give a rip. But right now, you just got put as the number one team. You just beat Michigan State last week. The new poll came out. Kentucky jumps number one. And your first game on the floor as the new number one team in the year 2019 was against Evansville at home. You're a 25-point favorite, and you take an L. Didn't start off very well.
Yeah. This is the problem with having a perpetually young team. I mean, this is how young.
This is what you run into, and that's what Calipari said last night, Andy. He said, "Look, if we're not tougher than another team with the youth that we have," he said, "this ain't gonna be the only loss we have this year." He said, "All of those guys in that locker room better figure this out." He said, "This was a great learning experience." He said, "For them and for me," he said, "because I got out-coached tonight." But he said, "If we're not going to out-physical and outplay the other team, we're going to be in trouble this year." And I think there's some truth to it, because you can't just go out there. A lot of times for those players that wear Kentucky, North Carolina, Duke, you just show up sometimes. Oh, man, we're playing Evansville. We're 25-point favorite. We can just show up and win. And that just shows you can't sometimes.
Was the Walter McCartney, was that the coach that was the former Kentucky player? Is that what we said last?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that who Patrick's referencing there?
Yeah.
McCartney, did he play on those early 90s teams? Was that the McCartney, Walter McCartney I'm thinking about? Maybe not. I don't know.
I can tell you this, Kentucky, the fan base isn't liking him a lot right now.
Yeah, really. How about Gus Malzahn?
Yeah.
At his press conference yesterday. We'll start this, carry it over to the next segment. Let's just get it right out of the way. This was not the actual first question of the press conference, but I put it at number one.
That's fine.
On the open Arkansas head coaching position, Gus Malzahn said, quote, "I love Auburn. Like I've said in the past, I love my players, and we've got a bright future here, and nothing has changed." Does that close the book in your mind?
It does. I don't think he sees what's going on over there.
Yeah.
He sees what kind of debacle that is. He's getting paid a great salary at Auburn.
He'd have to pay Auburn $7 million to leave.
That's what. If he thought that he could go over there now, if he was making $2 million a year and Arkansas was going to give him $7 million, that's different.
Yeah.
But he's already making $7 million, and he ain't going to get that. I mean, you're not going to go to Arkansas for a lateral. It's not a lateral move. It's a major step down. You're going to have to be compensated financially to do it. I just think that ship sailed for him, and I think it sailed for Arkansas. I don't think they can get it. I just don't.
We are up against another break here, but we'll continue quoting Gus Malzahn when we come back right after this.
At Mortgage Pro, we won't be able to finance a new car or new boat. We can't open you a checking account. Mortgage Pro specializes in mortgage loans. If you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, the only way to go is Mortgage Pro. We can close in 15 days or less. We can offer the best rates in the mortgage industry. And we can waive appraisal fees on any new loan from September 1st until December 31st. Call Mortgage Pro today.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
I am Lisa McClendon from Country Financial, and I have spent years in our community helping people protect their homes, cars, and lives. I am proud to be a member of the 2018 National Championship Team and a National Advisory Council member for Country Financial. Complete financial security does not end with just insurance. I am also here to help you plan for your financial future.
Together, we can help you set up a step-by-step plan to reach financial security.
Let's talk soon.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control for generations, and now with EnviroCare, you can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs. EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. EnviroCare's Centricon system protects your home year-round. Call the professionals at EnviroCare throughout East Central Alabama for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Taking a look back at what Gus Malzahn had to say at his press conference yesterday, talking about the Georgia Bulldogs. Question was on the key to defending Jake Fromm. Gus said you have to make him uncomfortable. He has a very good command of his offense. He doesn't hold the ball long and knows where to go with it. He can throw the ball away, and when he has to, he can be a running threat too. I think he is a complete guy. We have played him numerous times playing here 2 years ago as a true freshman, and he showed a lot of toughness. I believe he's one of the best. What did South Carolina do to make him uncomfortable? Why did he have such a bad game? Was that just a fluke that he had a bad game, or do you think South Carolina actually had a good game plan? What was
Well,
it?
he didn't he's not tearing it up against anybody, Andy. I mean, if you look at his numbers, they're just a tad bit better than Bo Nix's.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix has struggled on the road, and he's been outstanding at home. So there's some consistency issues. First of all, he doesn't have the receiving core he's had. I know Pickens is good. They've lost Kager. I mean, he's probably not going to play in this game. This offensive line was supposed to be maybe the best in the country, and I don't think they have been. I think they've been okay, but I don't think they've been the best. I know they don't give up a lot of sacks, but their plays are designed to get the ball out of his hands quickly, like Joe Burrow at LSU. So he just hasn't had many just blow-you-away games this year. And for whatever reason, South Carolina brought a lot of pressure. They kind of Will Muschamp had a good plan for them, and they were able to turn him over. He threw a pick in that game. Did he throw 2 in that game? They threw a pick 6 in that. So the defense scored a touchdown.
May have thrown 3. I
know that. I know one of them was a pick 6 though, and it was one of those days for Georgia where nothing went right.
He fumbled too. That was what
they did. He fumbled the ball. Rodrigo Blankenship was off.
Yeah.
South Carolina did what they had to do by getting a score on defense. It was the perfect storm for them to go in there and win that game. I don't think Georgia maybe took them very seriously. And once you find yourself in the middle of a game and you look up and it's the fourth quarter and the other team that you were supposed to beat handily has got the lead or hanging around, it's not good from a mental standpoint. So Georgia's defense is still Georgia's defense. They don't give up anything on the ground hardly, giving up less than 100 yards rushing per game. They have not allowed a rushing touchdown. We all know that Gus Malzahn likes to run the football, although we saw a little bit of different philosophy against Ole Miss. We threw it a lot more than we ran it. Maybe that's a good thing. I think that they're susceptible through the air, a little bit more susceptible than they are on the ground. And so I think that's kind of got to be your game plan. Maybe that to loosen things up. I know I heard Bo Nix say we got to have a good start to this game. We got to get off to a fast start. And that's what we did in 2017 at home, Andy. We got off to a fast start. Georgia missed that one over the top. Receiver fell down. That was a wide open touchdown. I think the game probably would have been a little bit different if they hit that play. They don't hit that play. It's a 3 and out. They punt back, and we come back and score again, and then things kind of snowball. So it is important that we get off to a good start at home Saturday.
No doubt about it. You brought it up. Georgia has not allowed a rushing touchdown. The question was asked, how do you establish the run? And Gus did not answer it in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But he did say that, of course, we've got to run the football effectively. We cannot be one-dimensional. For us to be successful, we're going to have to run the football effectively. That is how we're built. I think it'll be a really good matchup. We'll see what happens. Now, he wouldn't tell a reporter, and it's obviously in a public venue, how you're going to try to run the football effectively.
Of course not.
What can Auburn do that they haven't tried all year? They're not just automatically going to start running the ball better in this game. We're just not going to force it down Georgia's throat. That's just not going to happen, right? So you got to do some different things. You got to approach it differently. I think you mentioned the Ole Miss game. I think Bo Nix mentioned that. That's going to be part of it.
Well, a lot of people, and this isn't counted
throwing the ball on first down.
It's not counted as a run, but quick swing passes, one-on-one matchups out there where you got receivers blocking downfield is essentially a sweep. It's an essential. It's basically a running play in itself. If we can do that and get a little bit, a little success early, maybe that opens up the middle of the field. You got to spread them out, where you got a hat on a hat and, guards can pull and get downfield and block linebackers. That's how you run the football on a team like Georgia. So if you're stacking everybody in there and they got 8 or 9 in the box and we're running the ball dead ahead up the center's rear end, then that's not going to work. But that's what you see a lot. And I know that teams try to establish the run and they try to send a message, but that's like running into a brick wall. You're not getting anything out of that. And Auburn wastes a lot of first downs trying to do that. Yeah. They come out and run the football up the middle, and everybody in the country knows it's going to happen, especially the defense across the way. So you got to spread them out.
Stretch the field.
You got to stretch the field.
Throw the ball
Utilize Sportz.
Mm-hmm.
Have early success passing the football so you back some of those guys out of the box so they don't have to walk safeties down in run supports. If you get them out and you clear them out, now it's more one-on-one, and your offensive line is just going to have to beat the guy in front of them. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
So
on not getting cute when things with things in a big game coming off a bye week? Interesting question, I think. Gus said, too cute? Question mark. What? Somebody say something about cute. What? I will tell you this. It's a lot better to have an extra week regardless. It gives you a chance, like I've said before, from our standpoint, to heal up, which I think we're going to be pretty healthy coming into this thing, which this late in the season I think is good. Yeah, I think everybody thinks that's good. It's a chance to get better on your own stuff, and then you get a chance to look at them a little deeper. Of course, we know them pretty well anyway, and they're a little bit different than they were last year defensively, just from a pressure standpoint, especially when you've got a young quarterback. I think it even helps that much more to have an extra week. It's good to have a bye week. I don't know about getting cute. We'll see how the game goes, and you can answer that for me probably after the game and see what you think. I think you can take exception to that a little bit.
I think he did. Auburn's going to have some trick stuff in there, and they'll pull it out, and, will it be the right timing? Will it work?
Will it blow up in our face? That's getting too cute. That's out-coaching yourself.
Yeah, running the ball and gashing somebody and then all of a sudden trying to double reverse.
Yeah.
It's not the right time.
Up against another break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kia of Auburn. Kia of Auburn on South College. New Kias at 0% APR financing and no payments for 90 days.
Kia of Auburn. Kia of Auburn. Kia of Auburn.com.
This is Coach Pat Dye. At Kia of Auburn, you are always number one.
You already know the power and reliability of a Mahindra tractor. Get ready to meet their ATV and UTV lines. Haul more and tow more. Do more. Reaching speeds up to 60 miles an hour. Models have a 12-inch ground clearance and the ability to haul up to 1,200 pounds. There's a Mahindra utility vehicle and a model specifically to get the job done. Test drive today at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. Serving Tallapoosa, Coosa, Clay, and Talladega counties. 256-392-3613.
Harbor Point Ship Store has everything to make your day on the lake more enjoyable. Come on out to the biggest marina on the water. They have pizza, hot dogs, burgers, and more. Get your gas, groceries, snacks, ice, and everything you need for a fun day on the lake. Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned boat? Harbor Point has the best selection around of everyone's favorite Crest pontoons and Four Winds boats. Harbor Point also has a great selection of pre-owned boats. Come on out and take a look at Harbor Point, Marina Point Road in Dadeville. Get to the point.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Expect it or not, the loss of a loved one is difficult. Put your family first by planning ahead. This is Joseph Dean, new owner of Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers. We are a full-service funeral home with an on-site crematory and cemetery. Whether your need is immediate or you would like to plan in advance, our experienced, compassionate staff can assist you in designing an enduring memorial experience, burial, or cremation. Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers on Highway 280 in Camp Hill or online, alabamafuneralhomes.com.
Tires are important, and when getting a great price on tires, you want to get it right. So make the short drive to Wright's Tire in Sylacauga. Wright's Tire can get you any make or model of tire, and they make the drive worth it with volume pricing. Whether North Tallapoosa, South Talladega, or Coosa County, make the right choice, the right selection, the right service, and the right price. All at Wright's Tire on Fort William Street in Sylacauga. Call for a free quote, 256-245-7778, and get the right price on tires.
Be the hostess with the mostest this holiday season at Chicken Salad Chick with our easy party catering. Need a quick appetizer? Stop by Chicken Salad Chick and grab a quick chick of any chicken salad flavor or the pimento cheese ball covered with crushed pecans and crispy bacon. Remember, no meal is complete without a sweet treat. For a limited time, our pumpkin cheesecake is back and it's delicious. Chicken Salad Chick can feed any holiday crowd with our custom-fit catering. 12 flavors of chicken salad, there's sure to be something for every taste bud.
Hi, I'm Kurt Bowman, General Manager of Vaden Toyota. We'd like to announce our new lifetime warranty on any new Toyota.
Hashtag lifetime warranty. Hashtag we love our customers.
It can be used nationwide at no additional cost. Hashtag customer service. So come on by and let us show you the Vaden way.
Hashtag maintenance matters.
Hashtag totally awesome.
Vaden Toyota of Sylacauga, just a short drive from home or online.
Hashtag your neighborhood dealership.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you. I've only about 20 more minutes left in today's show.
Got some comments coming in, as you just mentioned. Randy said, I think Gus needs to get an awesome offensive coordinator and change it up so he can keep everybody guessing. I just don't think you're going to see that.
And we already been down this road?
Yeah, we have twice. G said 3 interceptions to the same DB that day against South Carolina. That guy had a day. I knew he had 2. I forgot he did have 3 in that game.
We need to get him to transfer before this game.
Golly, man. Just a heck of a game. Donald said it's almost comical how many college football playoff teams' hopes are hinging off of how Auburn's season ends. Oregon, Georgia, Alabama particularly.
This is true.
All of those are sandwiched right up there, 4, 5, and 6.
Auburn may not end up making the playoff, but they're going to determine who does.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Patrick said Auburn's got to utilize the middle of the field. I think you saw that against Ole Miss, us targeting the tight end 3 or 4 times. He could be a big player in this game. LSU showed, and that's in prep for Alabama in a few weeks, LSU showed how to attack Alabama. I mean, you got to go to the middle of the field. That if it's open and it's there, you can't be afraid to throw across the middle. And, you've read the stats off. We've talked about it. It's unbelievable how few times Gus Malzahn throws to the middle of the field. It's like 80-something% numbers to the sideline. That's crazy.
He doesn't trust. He doesn't trust his freshman quarterback. Obviously, he doesn't trust a lot of senior quarterbacks to do it.
Hey, I was going to say. I mean, it's not like the only time you see us go over the middle is deep. A lot of times, really.
We've done, and what the sad thing is, we've thrown more over the middle this year than we've thrown in the last 2 or 3 years, and it's still about 60% less than LSU teams.
Are we going to see
teams like LSU?
It's unbelievable. Are we going to see a game plan more in tune with what we saw at Texas A&M? Come out, really had Texas A&M on their heels, just so unpredictable, went against the grain, against everything we were known to do. And I think Anthony Sportz got to be a big factor in this game because he gives you perimeter runs. He gives you a chance to break the edge. Ontario McCaleb, when he was at Auburn, really gave Auburn an edge. In a lot of games like that, Ricardo Lewis used to give Auburn a lot of an edge in a lot of those plays, and I think Anthony Sportz needs to touch the ball 10 or 12 times in this game.
I think I would agree with that. Auburn's going to have to throw the ball on first down. This game's going to not be any different than Florida and LSU in the sense that we cannot be in 3rd and long. That was the killer against Florida
Quit jumping
and
off
LSU.
Sides. And
well, hopefully that'll be better because we're at home. But, I mean, we cannot have a lot of negative plays and be in 2nd and 12 and 3rd and 10. I mean, it's just not going to be – you just can't do that against this Georgia. That's why I say they need to throw the ball on first down and get positive yards. I'm not sure they can run side to side on Georgia. I think their defense might be too fast. The only way to get them is to run straight out.
You're going to have to try it, though, and you're going to have to line up to where they have to spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
Scott said, I think Whitlow and DJ proving they can handle the load will be a double threat in the backfield.
I love that. I think that's going to be a big factor, especially if Whitlow is 100%, which we have been led to believe that he may be. So Auburn will score a rushing touchdown this weekend. Mark it down, says Donald.
If we get the ball in there on the goal line, I think we'll be. I mean, you know, if we run it down there, I mean, I think he's like, look, buddy, 4 straight times ahead, here it comes.
Yeah.
So,
Donald, it has been marked down. So we will hold you to that.
It's checked off right there.
Yeah. Is it big for this team's legacy how you finished these last 2 SEC games? Great Auburn defense. Maybe I think we all agree it's one of the best Auburn defenses probably since the 80s. We think it's that good. Is it important for this team's legacy? Is this going to be a forgotten thing? I mean, will this team, if they end up 8-4, 9-4, 8-5, is it just going to be another?
Yeah, if it's 8-4, then they're just they'll say, man, that defense was great, but there wasn't anything
just
special
wasted.
about the team. Just wasted. Man, you got to rise up and win some games of merit. The only game Auburn's won that's really of merit right now is Oregon. I mean, let's be honest about it. I mean, Texas A&M hasn't proven to be very much. And outside of that, the 2 games on the road, you lost both of them. Florida and LSU. Now, granted, they were close and you were in them, but you didn't win either one of them. Now you got another opportunity with 2 games at home against the 2 best teams you'll play all year outside of Oregon. You got Georgia and Alabama facing you in the next 3 weeks. What are you going to do? I mean, if you just say, and you go back and look at the schedule and you pull out at the end of the year that Auburn lost all 4 of those games, you're going to say, well, he just can't win the big one.
Well, let's say Auburn goes 10-2. They don't win the West. They don't make the playoff. Is this still? Do you look at this team and say, man, that was a really good Auburn team?
Absolutely, it's a double-digit win team. Probably the toughest schedule in the country, save South Carolina's. That's all everybody talked about going into this schedule, in the preseason, was how unbelievably tough this Auburn schedule was. If they navigate and go 10-2 and narrowly miss the playoffs, this team's gonna get a lot of praise. Because if they go 10-2, they're going to finish 6th or 5th in the college football playoff ranking with a outside shot if something goes on crazy of sneaking in. You know, that would be about typical for Auburn. Not to go in 17 when you have a chance to, over in Atlanta, and then you don't really control your own destiny anymore and people flub it up. But, in 10, we had to have help. I mean, 13, we had to have help to get the national championship too. Ohio State lost.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer on the back of that golf cart eating pizza, rolling out of there because they lost to, was it Wisconsin?
Wisconsin, yeah.
So you don't know, man. There's so much that's going to happen between now and then. All you can do is go out and win the games that you got on your schedule. If they do that, man, it'll be fun coming down the stretch.
Up against another break here. Is last year's Georgia game with the fake field goal still fresh to you guys? I'd kind of forgotten about that.
I had forgotten.
Late, Georgia ran a fake field goal.
Yeah. There's no love lost in this rivalry.
I didn't even.
Well, we threw a screen with.
Yeah, we did.
Up about 100.
Up against the break. We'll be back with one final segment right after this.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace. Smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic, from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control for generations, and now with EnviroCare, you can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs. EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. EnviroCare's Centricon system protects your home year-round. Call the professionals at EnviroCare throughout East Central Alabama for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. The road to Jordan-Hare continues this Friday on WOTM with live second round AHSAA playoff coverage featuring the Central Clay Volunteers traveling to Walker County to take on the Jasper Vikings. Stay with WOTM each Friday for live games every round of the playoffs and on to Jordan-Hare for exclusive TV coverage of the AHSAA Super 7, only on WOTM.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
Mortgage Pro is the new standard for mortgage loans. While other banks are taking 45 to 60 days to close a loan, Mortgage Pro is making it happen in less than 15 days. Your mortgage loan goes from start to finish in less than 15 days. Mortgage Pro is able to make this happen by having the most advanced technology and a highly trained staff with over 98 years combined experience. If you're looking to buy a home or refinance your current mortgage, call Mortgage Pro and let our team go to work for you.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Wednesday afternoon. Correction, thank you, Scott. Michigan State beat Ohio State to let Auburn go into the national championship game in 2013. And we thank you again, Coach D'Antonio, even though you're on the hot seat.
Number one coach, according to hot seat, and they would know. That's their business. CoachingHotSeats.com.
Dealing out hot seats every day.
Yeah. Number one coach on the hot seat. Auburn gets a commitment over the weekend from another offensive lineman, number 2 junior college offensive tackle in the country, Brendan Coffey, 6'6", 275-pounder from Butte College in Pasadena. So Auburn now, I think, has 3 junior college offensive linemen in this upcoming class. I believe they have, 7 offensive linemen in the class. So he's got 3 years to play 2 seasons. That's one of Auburn's, big. Yeah.
At least they recognized that they knew they had to come out.
You got 5 seniors on the offensive line. Obviously, you got some.
Better be
got some replacements that need to be had. So that's Auburn's 20th commitment, with the early signing date fastly approaching in December, about mid-December. So junior college offensive tackle, they say his athleticism is really, really high. He's got a really high ceiling.
He's the number 2 junior college offensive tackle. So
I think Auburn may have the number 1 with that Killian, or whatever his name is.
Well, when you need quick fixes, a lot of teams go the JUCO route in certain positions, and Auburn needed some players on the offensive line, so that's the route they've gone.
No doubt about it.
G said college football playoff rankings mean nothing right now. Let's play it out. Something will happen. Always does. Something unexpected is what he's saying.
Yeah, Javion Cohen, who is from Phoenix City,
has been flirting with some other schools. He was at the Alabama LSU game. Patrick makes that makes that comment that Cohen might decommit. So maybe Auburn was hedging their bets a little bit. Just
it's going to be a big loss if Auburn loses that guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty good looking offensive lineman. The Auburn-Samford game in 2 weeks or the week after this is scheduled now at 11 o'clock in the morning. I believe that's the only 11 o'clock game at home Auburn has played this year. Is that right? That'll be on November 23rd.
Quite a change from a few years ago.
Yes, it is. To be perfectly honest, that at least opens up the possibility that I may go to that game, because if it was going to be at night, there was no chance I was going to go. But the fact that it's at 11 o'clock, the sun will be up.
You might go?
I might go.
There is a high, almost for sure possibility that I won't be there. I mean, not that I'm some fan. Look, it's probably not going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably could be more trouble than it's worth a lot of times in that kind of situation.
Since it's going to be on TV.
It will be on TV, ESPN, ESPN2, or the SEC Network. One of the three. Cam Newton, could he possibly be going somewhere else?
There's a real big possibility he could go somewhere else next year.
You think that'd be best for what's best for him? Is it what's best for Carolina?
I mean, I don't have an answer to the question. I really don't. I think maybe the ship sailed for him in Carolina at this point. The injured, maybe they need a breath of fresh air, and maybe he does too. He's not getting any younger, and your career in the NFL, comes and goes quickly. So I think that he's got to weigh all his options, and it seems to be a lot of talk with him going to Chicago. So
that seems to be a possibility for sure.
Yeah.
The likely scenario is Cam Newton playing for a different team next offseason, and here's why. He's due $19 million in salary, and none of it is guaranteed.
I mean,
he is a franchise quarterback who is intent on being healthy for March. That means he's very tradable, similar to Joe Flacco. A place, by the way, like Chicago, if they're in the market for a quarterback. From my understanding, this is from Ian Rappaport, Cam Newton would, in fact, welcome that if it all worked out. Remember, I told you a couple of weeks ago the plan was not to have surgery and try to rest and get back on the field this year. Now that he's on injured reserve, that has changed. He is considering surgery to repair the torn ligaments in his foot. That would take 8 to 10 weeks recovery, meaning that he would be healthy in time to get released or for Carolina to trade him. So possibly foot surgery for Cam to repair some ligament damage, and then maybe he's healthy enough to get traded at the end after an 8 to 10 week recovery. I think it's probably right.
I think they've settled into their situation now. He's playing really good for them.
Yeah.
They were on the goal line with a chance to against Green Bay, and it didn't work out. So they would have had to get the 2-point conversions, force overtime. But they had a shot, this past Sunday. It's a good football game in the snow up in Lambeau Field.
Yeah.
So, I think if I had to put odds on it, it's probably 80-20 Cam Newton going to be in another jersey next year.
I mean, at some point in time in the NFL, as Patrick says, it's not for long for most people.
That's right.
I think a new setting, I think that could do,
man. You see quarterbacks do it all the time.
Wonders for his career.
Peyton Manning, Joe Montana. Legends that change toward the end of their career and have 3 or 4 years left in them and move on and do stuff. So wouldn't be shocking to see him go on and go to somewhere else.
Hopefully that will be the case, and he'll be healthy and productive and be able to do that. And there's always, of course, the who was it? What's his name? Now I've forgot him. From Stanford,
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck. That just you can always just hang it up and say, you know, I'm rich. Of course, you don't get any of that $19 million that you're.
Yeah,
you know,
I think Cam Newton's still got some things he wants to prove. You know, he made it to a Super Bowl and got beat, and I think he's still got enough. If he can still be a threat to run. Now, if he's not a threat to run anymore, he's not the same size he used to be as far as his physical ability. It could be a different looking Cam Newton, and I just think he's a better threat when he's able to run.
Yeah.
Hasn't been able to run the last year and a half.
Now, hopefully that foot surgery will maybe help that out. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us on the Auburn Blitz on this Wednesday. We'll be back with you tomorrow, same time, same channel. For Brett Pritchard, I'm Andy Grepp. So long from now, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.